Hey y'all, it's Peter T. We're sitting in the garage here thinking about things to help you guys out with. And one of the things that you're always on the water, you're out fishing, and because sometimes it happens. And when it does, are you going to be ready? I'm ready. I got my Shh It Happens Kit just for things to, fix when you got problems. How many times you've been in the boat and this happens? You've all of a sudden got one knob instead of two. Are you ready to fix it? Because it happens. We're going to take and open up our little kit. This little kit is handy because it's got everything you need in there to fix problems. The biggest thing is, and I've seen it happen many times, people get in their boats and they break a reel handle like this. And the first thing they do is grab a pair of pliers and they gobble up that nut that's on there. That's not the way to do it. It's always good to have a screwdriver that's the right size. Take off that little screw that's holding it on. And because I don't have my glasses on, I really can't see it. But anyway, I felt my way into it, found the slot. Got my screwdriver. My lid acts as a place to catch everything. Which just fell on the floor because I didn't have it set up right. Anyway, the biggest thing is this, a 10mm socket. If you got one of these, you won't have any problems getting that nut off that reel handle. That is so handy. If you've got that, it takes a lot less time than messing around with a pair of pliers trying to gob that thing up where you can't get it off. So you got your old reel handle that's, nothing to it anymore. You just get rid of that. You reach in here and pull out your good one. This is your good one. You stick it back on here. You put your ring back on. You get your nut driver. Actually, you wait to do that last. But you get your nut driver that's already got your nut on it. Put it back on there, the cap. Spin it back on without tearing it up. Put your little locking ring back on here. Center up your hole. Just like that. Then, because it happens, you don't want to go looking around for that screw that fell on the floor. Here's a little bag with a bunch of little screws in it, all ready to go. You reach in here and you find you one. You got to do it by feel because when you don't have your glasses on, you can't see anything. There's your little screw that went falling on the floor because it happens. Tighten that little joker back up and you're back in business. That's just how long it takes. Instead of stomping, cussing, throwing stuff down, saying, oh, I broke my favorite reel handle off, now I got to rig up another rod, something like that, you're ready to go. It's all because you got this little kit in here that's got your nut driver, your screwdriver, some oil. You always got to have oil. Put a little bit of oil in that reel when you need it, instead of dunking it in the water the old-fashioned way. Some spare reel handles. Different sizes, different shapes. A couple pairs of pliers just in case. And you're ready to go. I mean, this is just as simple as it gets. It's all you have to do to be prepared a little bit more in the boat. One other thing. How many people break rod tips in the boat? First thing to go is a rod tip. When that rod's out of commission, you're done. But you get this little deal right here. Little package with a bunch of spare rod tips in it, different sizes. You got to have a cigarette lighter. You got to have your little glue stick. And here's all different sizes of rod tips, emergency tips that you can fix whatever problem you got with a rod, because it happens every time. And if you got this, you're prepared. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to quit fishing. You don't have to re-rig another rod. You can just kind of keep going with your favorite rod that you got rigged your favorite way. You fold this little thing up, stick it back in one of your compartments, and you're ready to go. So, keep this in mind. Just makes your day go easier. If you've got this in the boat the whole time, you're always ready to fix something that might go wrong because, shh, it happens.